Hello everyone. Today we step into the warm, fragrant kitchen of a 92-year-old doctor whose secret to banishing brain fog lies in a single spice he adds to every meal. Picture yourself at a rustic wooden table, sunlight streaming through the window, catching the golden hue of turmeric in a small bowl. The air carries a subtle, earthy aroma, blending with the scent of simmering vegetables. This isn't just a spice, it's a daily ritual that sharpens your mind, lifting the mental haze that clouds your days. You're about to uncover a simple, natural way to restore clarity, rooted in decades of medical wisdom. So, before we dive in, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Drop a comment with your location and local time. I love hearing where you're joining me from. Now grab a hot cup of tea and we'll begin today's journey. You stand in your own kitchen, a jar of turmeric catching your eye on the spice rack. The doctor, with his years of experience treating patients, swears by this golden powder to keep his mind as sharp as ever. You felt it too, that frustrating fog where names slip away, tasks feel overwhelming, or your thoughts move like molasses. The doctor's ritual isn't about exotic supplements or complex diets. It's a single accessible spice you can sprinkle into your meals starting today. You're tired of forgetting where you parked or struggling to focus on a book, and this simple addition offers a path to clarity. The knowledge to impart here is that turmeric, specifically its active compound curcumin, can combat brain fog by reducing inflammation and supporting brain health. As you age, inflammation in the brain, often caused by stress, poor diet, or chronic conditions, can cloud your thinking and slow cognitive function. The doctor noticed this in his patients. Seniors with persistent brain fog often had diets lacking anti-inflammatory foods. Research shows curcumin crosses the blood-brain barrier, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress, which are linked to cognitive decline. It also promotes the growth of new brain cells and enhances memory. By adding turmeric to your meals, you're not just seasoning food. You're giving your brain a daily dose of clarity. How do you start? Begin with a small amount of turmeric, about a quarter teaspoon per meal. The doctor sprinkles it into soups, stir-fries, or even scrambled eggs, letting its mild, earthy flavor blend in. You could try it tonight. Add a pinch to a vegetable soup or mix it into rice with a dash of black pepper, which boosts curcumin's absorption. If you're new to turmeric, start with less to adjust to the taste, and keep it simple. No need for fancy recipes. Store it in a small jar in your kitchen, easily accessible for daily use. If you take medications, check with your doctor, as turmeric can interact with blood thinners. This is about ease and consistency, not perfection. Here's a health tip to improve your clarity. Pair turmeric with a healthy fat to enhance its benefits. Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it absorbs better with oils. The doctor adds a drizzle of olive oil to his turmeric-seasoned dishes. One of his patients, a 78-year-old retired teacher, struggled with forgetfulness until she started mixing turmeric with olive oil in her salads. Her focus improved, and she felt sharper during bridge games. You can try this today. Toss your vegetables with olive oil and a pinch of turmeric before roasting. This simple trick maximizes the spice's brain-boosting power. You picture the doctor in his cozy kitchen, stirring a pot of lentil soup, the golden turmeric blending into the broth. He once shared a story about a patient, a 75-year-old man who forgot appointments and felt mentally sluggish. The doctor suggested adding turmeric to his meals, and within months, the man reported clearer thinking and better recall. You see yourself in that story, longing for days when your mind feels quick and focused. The beauty of this ritual is its simplicity. No expensive pills or complicated plans, just a spice you likely already own. As you set your tea down, you feel a spark of hope. You reach for the turmeric jar, noticing its vibrant color, and imagine sprinkling it into tonight's dinner. The kitchen feels like a place of possibility, where small choices can lift the fog. You're not just cooking, you're investing in your mind, following the doctor's lead. Tomorrow, you'll try turmeric in another dish, maybe a morning smoothie or a stew, building on this moment, letting each meal bring you closer to the mental clarity you deserve. You're standing in your kitchen, the turmeric jar, now a familiar sight, its golden glow a reminder of the doctor's promise to clear your brain fog. You've sprinkled a pinch into tonight's soup, the earthy scent mingling with simmering vegetables, and you feel a flicker of hope for sharper days. But why does brain fog cling to you, clouding your thoughts and slowing your steps? The 92-year-old doctor, with his decades of patient care, knows the reasons behind this mental haze and how turmeric counters it. You're ready to dive into the science of why your mind feels sluggish and how this simple spice can help lift the veil. The knowledge to impart here is that brain fog in seniors often stems from a mix of inflammation, reduced blood flow, and lifestyle factors, but it's not inevitable. As you age, chronic low-grade inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging, builds up in your brain, impairing neuron communication and slowing cognitive processes. The doctor saw this in his patients. Those with persistent mental cloudiness often dealt with stress, poor sleep, or diets high in processed foods. Research shows that reduced cerebral blood flow, common in older adults, limits oxygen and nutrients to the brain, dulling focus. Hormonal changes, like declining estrogen or testosterone, can also fog memory. Turmeric's curcumin fights back by reducing inflammation, boosting blood flow, and protecting neurons, offering a natural way to restore clarity without relying on medications. How do you address these causes? Start by understanding that turmeric is a powerful ally, but works best when you tackle the root issues fueling brain fog. Continue adding a quarter teaspoon of turmeric to your meals, paired with black pepper and a healthy fat like olive oil to maximize absorption. But also focus on reducing stress, which spikes inflammation. Try a 5-minute deep breathing exercise daily. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. This calms your nervous system and lowers cortisol, a stress hormone that clouds thinking. Ensure you're sleeping 7 to 8 hours nightly, as poor sleep starves your brain of repair time. Stay hydrated, drinking small sips of water throughout the day, as dehydration can mimic fog. These steps, combined with turmeric, create a foundation for a clearer mind. Here's a health tip to improve your mental sharpness. Take a 10-minute walk after a meal. The doctor swears by a gentle stroll to boost blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen that sharpens focus. One of his patients, a 73-year-old retired nurse, felt mentally sluggish until she started walking after dinner, pairing it with turmeric in her meals. Her recall improved, and she felt more alert during conversations. You can try this today. After eating, step outside or pace your living room, moving slowly to get your blood flowing. This simple habit amplifies turmeric's effects, clearing the haze from your mind. You picture the doctor in his modest home, finishing a turmeric-seasoned meal, then stepping outside for a brief walk under the evening sky. He once told a patient, "Your brain needs fuel and movement to stay sharp." You imagine yourself following his lead, stirring turmeric into a stir-fry, the golden hue blending with peppers and zucchini. You sip water, noticing how it feels refreshing, and later, you try the breathing exercise, feeling your shoulders relax as stress ebbs. The science resonates. Inflammation is the enemy, and turmeric, with its curcumin, is like a shield for your neurons, while better blood flow and rest keep your mind agile. The doctor's patients often shared stories of battling brain fog. A 68-year-old man, a former accountant, struggled to balance his checkbook, his thoughts muddled. The doctor suggested turmeric, hydration, and short walks. Within weeks, the man felt clearer, managing tasks with ease. You relate to his frustration, recalling moments when you forgot a friend's name or lost your train of thought. The beauty of this approach is its accessibility. No costly treatments, just a spice, a walk, and small lifestyle tweaks. You're not powerless against brain fog. You're equipping your body to fight it naturally. As you finish your meal, the turmeric's warmth lingers on your tongue. You step outside for a brief walk, the cool air waking your senses. The breathing exercise waits for later, a quiet moment to calm your mind before bed. You're not just sprinkling a spice, you're building a defense against the fog, guided by a doctor who's lived it. Tomorrow, you'll add turmeric to another dish, maybe oatmeal or a smoothie, and take another walk, each step sharpening your mind, bringing you closer to the clarity you seek. You're in your kitchen, the turmeric jar now a staple, its golden powder sprinkled into tonight's roasted vegetables, the scent blending with olive oil and a pinch of black pepper. The brief walk you took after dinner has left you refreshed, your mind a touch clearer, as if the doctor's wisdom is already taking root. You've learned why brain fog persists, inflammation, poor blood flow, and lifestyle habits. But the doctor knows turmeric shines brightest when paired with intentional practices. You're ready to master simple ways to weave this spice into every meal, making it a seamless part of your day while boosting your mental clarity. The knowledge to impart here is that consistently adding turmeric to your meals can amplify its brain protective effects, but it requires practical strategies to make it a habit. Curcumin, turmeric's active compound, needs regular intake to reduce inflammation and support neuron health effectively. The doctor observed that patients who used turmeric sporadically saw less benefit than those who made it a daily ritual. Research shows that small, frequent doses, about 500 to 1,000 milligrams of curcumin daily, roughly a quarter to half teaspoon of turmeric, can improve memory and reduce cognitive decline over time. By integrating turmeric into breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you create a steady stream of brain support, lifting the fog that clouds your thoughts. How do you make turmeric a daily habit? Start by incorporating it into dishes you already enjoy, keeping it simple and versatile. For breakfast, stir a quarter teaspoon into oatmeal or a smoothie with banana and almond milk. Blend it with a pinch of pepper and a splash of coconut oil for absorption. At lunch, sprinkle it into a salad dressing. Mix olive oil, lemon juice, turmeric, and pepper for a vibrant drizzle. For dinner, add it to soups, stews, or roasted vegetables, as you did tonight. If you like eggs, mix turmeric into a morning scramble with spinach. Keep a small jar of turmeric on your counter, next to the salt, so it's always within reach. To avoid staining, use a dedicated spoon and wipe surfaces quickly. If the flavor feels strong, pair it with mild ingredients like rice or yogurt. Check with your doctor if you're on blood thinners, as turmeric can thin blood slightly. These small steps make turmeric a natural part of every meal. Here's a health tip to enhance your turmeric routine. Add a dash of ginger alongside it for extra brain benefits. Ginger, like turmeric, has anti-inflammatory properties and boosts circulation, supporting mental clarity. The doctor often mixes both into his soups. One patient, a 77-year-old retired librarian, added turmeric and ginger to her daily tea and noticed sharper focus during her book club discussions. You could try this today. Grate a little fresh ginger or sprinkle a pinch of ground ginger into a turmeric seasoned dish, like a vegetable curry or smoothie. This duo amplifies your brain's defense against fog. You picture the doctor at his kitchen table, a bowl of turmeric-dusted rice and vegetables before him, a faint ginger aroma rising. He once told a patient, "Make your food your medicine. and it'll never feel like a chore. You imagine yourself blending turmeric into a morning smoothie, the golden hue swirling with berries, or shaking it into a lunchtime soup, the pepper grinder close by. You set the turmeric jar next to your olive oil, a small act that feels like a commitment. The ginger jar joins it, promising an extra boost. You're not just cooking, you're crafting meals that sharpen your mind, each bite a step toward clarity. The doctor's patients often shared how turmeric transformed their days. A 70-year-old woman, a former florist, struggled with forgetting names and felt embarrassed at social gatherings. She started adding turmeric to her eggs and soups, paired with ginger and olive oil. Months later, she recalled details with ease, her confidence restored. You relate to her, thinking of times when you paused mid-sentence, grasping for a word. The beauty of this approach is its ease. No need for special equipment or costly ingredients. You're using what's in your pantry to fight brain fog, guided by a doctor who's lived it for 92 years. As you clean your kitchen, the turmeric's warmth lingers in the air. You feel a quiet satisfaction, knowing tonight's meal was more than food. It was a shield for your brain. You try the ginger trick, grating a bit into tomorrow's planned soup, excited to layer the benefits. The breathing exercise from yesterday waits for later, a calm moment to pair with your turmeric habit. You're not just following a recipe, you're building a routine that lifts the haze, meal by meal, with the doctor's wisdom lighting the way. You're in your kitchen, the turmeric jar now a trusted companion, its golden dust sprinkled into this morning's oatmeal, paired with a pinch of ginger and a drizzle of coconut oil. The brief walk you took after breakfast feels like a small victory, and the deep breathing you've added to your evenings is calming your mind. The doctor's ritual of weaving turmeric into every meal is becoming second nature, but he knows that mental clarity thrives when you pair it with broader lifestyle habits. You're ready to adopt simple practices that boost your brain's sharpness, amplifying turmeric's power to lift the fog that clouds your thoughts. The knowledge to impart here is that lifestyle habits like exercise, mental stimulation, and stress management enhance turmeric's brain-boosting effects, creating a holistic approach to clarity. While turmeric's curcumin reduces inflammation and protects neurons, physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients. The doctor noticed that patients who stayed active and engaged mentally had sharper minds than those who didn't. Research shows that regular movement, 30 minutes most days, improves memory and focus, while activities like puzzles or learning new skills build cognitive reserve, delaying decline. Managing stress is equally vital, as chronic stress floods your brain with cortisol, dulling cognition. By adding these habits, you create a synergy with turmeric, clearing brain fog more effectively. How do you build these habits? Start with gentle exercise tailored for seniors. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes daily. The doctor favors brisk walking, but you could try chair yoga, gardening, or light stretching if mobility is limited. Schedule it after a meal, like your post-breakfast walk, to boost blood flow. For mental stimulation, dedicate 15 minutes daily to activities like crossword puzzles, reading, or learning something new, maybe a few phrases in a new language. The doctor solves a daily Sudoku to keep his mind sharp. To manage stress, continue your 5-minute deep breathing exercise or try a brief meditation. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and let thoughts pass. Pair these with your turmeric meals. Exercise after breakfast, puzzles after lunch, meditation before bed to create a rhythm. These steps are simple, free, and fit into your day without overwhelming you. Here's a health tip to sharpen your mind. Try a 10-minute brain game daily to build cognitive strength. The doctor recommends puzzles or memory games, like recalling a list of grocery items. One patient, a 74-year-old retired mechanic, struggled with focus until he started doing crosswords daily while eating turmeric-seasoned meals. His ability to follow conversations improved, and he felt more confident. You could try this today. Grab a puzzle book or use a free app for a quick word game after lunch. This small habit, paired with turmeric, keeps your brain agile and clear. You picture the doctor in his garden, walking briskly among his tomato plants, his mind sharp from years of puzzles and turmeric-laced meals. He once told a patient, "Your brain loves to move and play. Give it both." You imagine yourself stretching in your living room, following a chair yoga video, or solving a crossword at the kitchen table, the turmeric jar nearby. You try the meditation, sitting quietly, your breath steady, feeling stress melt away. The science makes sense. Movement pumps blood to your brain, puzzles strengthen neural connections, and calm reduces the cortisol that clouds your thoughts. Turmeric ties it all together, its anti-inflammatory power amplifying every step. The doctor's patients often shared how lifestyle changes lifted their fog. A 69-year-old woman, a former seamstress, felt her mind dull until she started daily walks and word games, paired with turmeric in her soups. Her memory sharpened, and she enjoyed knitting patterns again. You relate to her, recalling moments when you felt slow or distracted. The beauty of this approach is its accessibility. No gym memberships or expensive hobbies needed. You're using your body, mind, and kitchen to fight brain fog, guided by a doctor who's lived it for 92 years. As you finish your puzzle, the satisfaction of a solved clue lingers. You feel energized from your walk, calmer from your breathing, and nourished by the turmeric in your meals. The kitchen is tidy, the ginger and turmeric jars side by side, ready for tomorrow's smoothie. You're not just following the doctor's advice. You're building a lifestyle that clears the haze, each habit a brick in a foundation of clarity. Tomorrow, you'll walk again, try a new puzzle, and keep sprinkling turmeric, letting these small acts bring you closer to the sharp, vibrant mind you seek. You're at your kitchen counter, blending turmeric and ginger into a lunchtime smoothie, the vibrant mix swirling with berries and a splash of almond milk. The morning walk and crossword puzzle have left you feeling alert, and the evening breathing exercise is now a calming ritual. The doctor's lifestyle habits, movement, mental games, and stress relief are amplifying turmeric's power, lifting the fog from your mind. But the doctor knows that turmeric works best when paired with a diet rich in brain-supporting foods. You're ready to explore meals that complement turmeric's clarity-boosting effects, creating a plate that nourishes your mind and keeps you sharp. The knowledge to impart here is that a diet rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates enhances turmeric to clear brain fog by fueling your brain with essential nutrients. The doctor observed that patients who ate processed, sugary foods often had worse cognitive function than those who chose whole, nutrient-dense meals. Research shows that antioxidants from fruits and vegetables reduce oxidative stress, a key driver of brain fog, while omega-3 fatty acid from fish or nuts support neuron health. Complex carbs provide steady energy, preventing blood sugar spikes that cloud thinking. By building meals around these foods, alongside turmeric, you create a powerful synergy that protects your brain and sharpens focus, just as the doctor has done for decades. How do you craft these brain-friendly meals? Focus on whole foods that pair well with turmeric's earthy flavor, aiming for variety across your day. For breakfast, try oatmeal with blueberries, walnuts, and a pinch of turmeric. Blueberries offer antioxidants, walnuts provide omega-3s, and oats stabilize blood sugar. At lunch, make a salad with spinach, salmon, avocado, and a turmeric ginger dressing. Spinach and salmon boost brain health, while avocado's healthy fats aid curcumin absorption. For dinner, Cook a vegetable curry with turmeric, lentils, and sweet potatoes. Serve with brown rice. Lentils and sweet potatoes provide steady energy, and rice complements turmeric's flavor. Snack on a handful of almonds or a sliced apple with almond butter to keep energy stable. Keep portions moderate to avoid sluggishness, and hydrate with water to support brain function. These meals are simple, affordable, and easy to prepare at home, fitting seamlessly with your turmeric habit. Here's a health tip to boost your brain health. Add a handful of berries to one meal daily for an antioxidant surge. The doctor loves blueberries for their brain-protective flavonoids, which improve memory. One patient, a 71-year-old retired baker, added berries to her breakfast while using turmeric in her dinners. Her focus sharpened as she recalled recipes with ease. You could try this today. Toss a handful of blueberries or raspberries into your oatmeal or salad, pairing them with a turmeric-seasoned dish. This small addition supercharges your brain's defense against fog. You picture the doctor at his dining table, a plate of salmon and spinach salad before him, the turmeric dressing adding a golden hue. He once told a patient, "Feed your brain like you'd feed a dear friend, with care and nourishment." You imagine yourself stirring turmeric into a curry, the steam carrying ginger and lentil aromas, or scattering blueberries over your morning oats, their deep color promising clarity. You reach for a glass of water, remembering hydration's role in keeping your mind sharp. The science resonates. Antioxidants shield your neurons, omega-3s strengthen connections, and steady carbs fuel focus. Turmeric weaves through it all, its curcumin reducing inflammation to clear the haze. The doctor's patients often shared how better meals lifted their mental cloud. A 67-year-old man, a former driver, felt sluggish until he switched to salmon salads and turmeric spiced rice, adding berries as a snack. His memory improved, and he enjoyed card games again. You relate to his struggle, thinking of days when a heavy lunch left you foggy. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. No need for gourmet skills or rare ingredients. You're using everyday foods to nourish your brain, guided by a doctor who's lived it for 92 years. As you finish your smoothie, the berry's sweetness lingers, a reminder of the doctor's wisdom. You feel nourished, not just by the food, but by the intention behind it. The kitchen is alive with possibility. Turmeric, ginger, and whole foods ready for tomorrow's curry or salad. You're not just eating. You're building a diet that clears your mind, each meal a step towards sharpness. Tomorrow, you'll add berries to breakfast, stir turmeric into dinner, and keep moving, letting these choices bring you closer to the vibrant clarity you seek. You're in your dining room, savoring a turmeric-spiced vegetable curry. The lentils and sweet potatoes paired with a handful of blueberries on the side, their vibrant colors a testament to the doctor's brain-boosting wisdom. The morning walk, daily crossword, and evening breathing have woven seamlessly into your routine, amplifying the clarity turmeric brings. Your meals, now rich with salmon, berries, and whole grains, feel like a daily gift to your mind. But the doctor, with his 92 years of sharp focus, knows that sustaining this clarity requires making these habits a lifelong commitment. You're ready to build routines that keep your mind vibrant for years, ensuring brain fog stays at bay. The knowledge to impart here is that long-term mental clarity depends on consistent, repeatable routines that integrate turmeric, diet, and lifestyle habits into your daily life. The doctor saw that patients who maintained steady practices, eating well, staying active, and managing stress, retained sharper minds than those who didn't. Research shows that consistent healthy habits, like a nutrient-rich diet and regular exercise, strengthen neural connections and reduce inflammation over time, lowering the risk of cognitive decline. Turmeric's curcumin, when taken daily, builds cumulative benefits, protecting neurons, and enhancing memory. By creating systems to make these habits effortless, you ensure your mind stays clear, mirroring the doctor's vitality well into his 90s. How do you sustain these routines? Make turmeric and brain-healthy meals a non-negotiable part of your day, like brushing your teeth. Keep your kitchen stocked with essentials: turmeric, ginger, olive oil, berries, salmon, and oats, so you're always ready to cook. The doctor preps ingredients each morning, setting out turmeric and vegetables for dinner. You can do the same. Portion blueberries for breakfast or chop veggies for a turmeric curry in advance. Schedule your habits. Walk after breakfast, do a puzzle after lunch, breathe before bed to create a rhythm. Use reminders like a note on your fridge or a phone alert to stay on track. If you miss a day, don't worry. Just resume the next. Pair turmeric with one new brain food weekly, like kale or walnuts, to keep meals exciting. These steps make clarity a habit, not a chore, sustaining your mind for the long haul. Here's a health tip to maintain your routine. Track your habits in a simple journal to build momentum. The doctor keeps a small notebook, marking each day he eats turmeric, exercises, and does a brain game. One patient, a 75-year-old retired clerk, used this method and found it kept her consistent. Her memory sharpened, and she felt proud of her progress. You can try this tonight. Note in a journal when you eat turmeric, walk, or do a puzzle, adding a check mark for each. This visual cue reinforces your commitment, keeping your mind clear. You picture the doctor in his cozy home, his kitchen organized with jars of turmeric and ginger, a notebook filled with check marks. He once told a patient, "Clarity is built in the moments you keep choosing." You imagine your own journal, check marks growing each day, a record of walks, puzzles, and turmeric-laced meals. Some days, you might skip the walk or eat a cookie instead of berries. That's okay. The doctor's sharpness comes from persistence, not perfection. Another patient, a 72-year-old man, struggled with focus after retiring. He started small, adding turmeric to eggs and walking daily, tracking his habits. His fog lifted, and he enjoyed chess again. You see yourself in his story, building a routine that feels sustainable. You settle into your curry, the turmeric's warmth mingling with ginger, the blueberries a sweet contrast. Each bite feels like a promise to your brain, backed by your walks and puzzles. You mark your journal, the check mark a quiet victory. The kitchen is ready for tomorrow. Turmeric jar by the stove, berries in the fridge. You're not just mimicking the doctor. You're crafting a lifestyle that could carry you into your 80s or 90s, mind sharp and vibrant. Flexibility keeps it fun. Maybe you'll try turmeric in a soup or add kale to lunch. The key is showing up, day after day, letting these habits anchor your clarity. As you clear your plate, you feel a surge of purpose. Your routine, turmeric, whole foods, movement, and mental games, is a shield against fog built on the doctor's wisdom. Tomorrow, you'll check your journal, walk again, and sprinkle turmeric, each act a step toward a clearer mind, just like the doctor who's lived it for decades. To my dear friends across the USA, especially those cherishing your golden years, thank you for joining me on this journey to a clearer mind. These small steps, sprinkling turmeric, eating well, moving daily, are gifts to your brain and spirit. Take it one day at a time, be kind to yourself, and know every effort matters. If this video helped you, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more tips to keep you thriving. Your mind is precious, and I'm honored to share this path with you. Here's to sharp days and vibrant years, filled with clarity and joy.